Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina and thank you so much for sharing a little bit of crafty time with me today. All right, so today I'm working on this layout. I have pre-cut and I'm actually going to put a link in the description of the video for some of the design space elements that I used here with this in case you want to dive in and do that. But all I've really done here is I've used the Cricut pen feature to trace this wreath. I love, like, because it's just like the tiniest branches. It's very subtle, and I liked it a lot. It allowed me to bring in another color but kept it super simple, and that is on an 11 by 11, and I'm just matting it to my 12 by 12. 11 by 11 white Cricut pen. I'm not sure what color I used on the Cricut pen, but I think, you know, you would want to use whatever matches your paper for this particular design. Okay, now these flowers, I did these ahead of time. This is, I'll have these available as kits too, but I love to share for those who want to craft on their own. If you like paper piecing, like I love print and cut, I love paper piecing, I love to do the in-between, I really love it all. But this really, there's no print and cut featured in this kit. This is all full on paper piecing. What I did was I matched up these perfectly. Now I'm missing this little top piece on this guy here. Maybe we'll find it as I'm crafting. Maybe we won't. You never know. All right. So I did the same color, just a little bit darker. So I did light on the bottom and a dark on the top. And I just matched all those up. I just used, you know, some liquid glue for that. But this is done in peach or coral. I have this new color, shrimp, that I just love. I'm going to place this over here and I'm going to add, I did two small ones, the exact same size, and I made sure I did these the same size because matching these pieces up were, you know, a little bit hard enough. But the top pieces, when I matched all those up, I didn't make sure they matched up. I just put the top pieces on and said, hey, they look good here, and said good enough. I'm really trying to be a lot more forgiving in my crafting, to make quicker projects, to really get things done. Okay, this here is a 6 1/4 by, or excuse me, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 matted on 4 1/2, 6 1/2. So just a double matted 4 by 6 photo. I'm gonna put that in right there. I have the 2 layers. I have one butterfly, and I'm going to do a little bit of background stamping over here, and I'm going to bring the butterfly in. So I think I'll go ahead and kind of show you what I'm doing now. I love to do these kits, but they have a lot of variety that you can just kind of add and do things yourself. For this one, if you don't have background stamps, I have a lot of them. I'm just going to grab this one here because I like the size, but any of these would have been fine. You can always flip a stamp over and use the other side. If you have clear stamps, I know this works really well, but it basically just means you would take this, and I think I'm going to need one a little bigger than that. So you would take a stamp and flip it over. This is the side you normally stamp on the paper. You put that part against your block and you use the back. If you do that, I suggest you really look at the shape that you're going to get and do a little bit lighter background stamping when you do that technique. Maybe some second generation, something like that. All right, for this one here, I just want to add a little bit. I have some peach ink, and I'm not even going to worry about flipping my my mat over and getting a real good stamp surface. I'm going to kind of sneak these in. So I know this is going to go about right here. So I'm going to just kind of stamp right there. There we go. It's nice and faded. Let me just show you. I'm not looking for a ton of color. See that right there? I don't even need it all filled in. That's why I didn't worry about flipping it over. For this one here, I'm going to do another one up in the top. And I don't want it to go over the page. I kind of want to see the end of the stamping. Okay, and then right here to be on the other side of this. And I'm guessing that's about where that's going to line up. And I'm going to keep this off in case I want to add a little bit more than that after I get everything going. Maybe, you know, something up here. But it just gives a little bit of color and a break in that real, just solid in the back. Okay, this here is the same thing. It's double matted. There is a white mat there, so I'm double matting a 6x4 photo on this side. So it's 6 1/4, 4 1/4, and then the blue is 6 1/2, 4 1/2. All right, these tags, any tags, right? You can make your own tags. You can, you know, do your own ephemera. But for the kit, these tags are from Simple Stories. It's the Simple Life. And there's a whole sheet in there, so I had a sheet to play with. But just in case if you wanted to pick those tags up, if you were making it, there you go. All right, when I put my adhesive on this, I'm going to be tucking these tags underneath and making it so I can pull them out. So they come, you know, about the 3 inches in. All right, and I have this here is, let me get you a measurement on this. This one is 3 1/4 by 6 3/8. Okay, so I'm going to kind of stick to putting my adhesive thoughtfully where I want it. So just a little bit on the edges. This is 1/4 inch adhesive that I'm using here. So I just have some on the edges of this side and then a little over here, and then I'll put it down. I really like having that little bit of that background stamping that's there. It adds a little something. I may want to add some more. I'll put these off to the side. We are going to play with them. Now for this one here, it's the other side that it's going to pull out of. So we'll put some adhesive on this side and then just right along the edges on that one. And we'll put that, and I don't know, I'm maybe 3/8 off the sides there. And for this one here, I'm gonna tuck this one, tuck some tags under this one, or maybe just put one there. I haven't decided yet, so I'm gonna stay really just far away from the edges and just put a little bit of adhesive right in the center until I decide what I want to do. This one here, I'm just going to use my grid and line it up, and I kind of just want to say it's about centered, you know, the to the top, the bottom, the side kind of thing. There you go. Isn't that really cool? I like that very much. All right, few more things to do. Like, I'm going to want to tuck this underneath. I love to tuck. It's just something I do. All right, let's do my butterfly. Flip this over, and I don't see a piece of throwaway paper. Hold on. I'm going to use this. I pulled this out of my trash. Right? You can tell I've been doing some cuts. All right. And what I want to do is I want to take this and just do my wings of this plain butterfly, and I may do them 2 or 3 times. It's going to give me a little something, and I'm going in a little further now as I'm stamping the extra little layers there. It's just giving me some color variations. There you go. Nothing too fancy, just a little something. Makes it, you know, stand out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's work on our tags since we have this all good to go. You'll pick whatever tags you want, make whatever tags you would like, but let me get you a measurement on these tags. I kind of had already picked what I wanted, and I decided to go with some of these butterfly ones, which allowed me to bring in the one butterfly. The tags finish at 2 3/8 by 4. Okay, 2 3/8 by 4. All right, I have some gold glitter. I'm always looking to use things in my stash, and I have a few things here. I have some brads as well, and a little bit of this hemp twine, and I'm bringing this in because I think it works really well with the pen that I used. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my scissors for this, and I'm just going to put a little hole here. I don't like to try to shove my brads through. I tend to be heavy-handed and damage them. Damage the paper, not the brad. All right, after it's in, I'm just going to give it a little push. I don't want it to pop though. And then I'm going to cut some of this twine. And I'm going to wrap it around. I have it doubled up. I'm going to just kind of wrap it around that brad and then tie it at the top. I find this to be simple for me. If you want to, I know people who tie it to the brad first, but I'm just not, like they wrap it around the brad and they tie it to the brad first. I think that's awesome. Go you. I'm not coordinated like that. I don't understand how they're pre-tied when I sometimes see it. Okay, there we go. And now I'm just going to cut these off. And that's what I'll have for my tags. Let's go ahead and get a few more of these all set up and done. I've chosen the butterfly ones that were on there, as I mentioned, and then a couple because I just kind of liked what they said. But this is going to go pretty quick. I'm going to cut all the ones that I think I'm using first so I don't go back and forth, and I can just kind of assembly line them at this point. I have this Not Lucky Blessed, and I liked that one. I wanted to bring in a little bit of the same plaid, so I have this plaid one. And I don't even think I'm going to use the Home Sweet Home, but I like that it has black at the top because I may double layer these up, but make only the front one able to pull out. So that way I just have that as an option. And these don't take very long to put together. Okay, so now I can go through and just kind of put that hole in every single one of them. And then I'll add all my brads, and then I will put all my twine around each of them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all my tags all set up, and it actually only took me maybe, I don't know, less than 10 minutes. As I looked at my layout when I was bringing it back, I saw that I think I would like to add a little bit of this background stamping on the other side of this piece right here. So I want to go ahead and get that on. And this is why I only added a little bit. There we go. That will be good. And then that way I have some centering. I kind of wished I had put it a little further out on this side because I'm going to have some tags on this side, I think, over here. So maybe what I'll do is go ahead and just kind of add an extra little stamp there. Background stamps for me, you know, I'm putting a lot of stuff in front of them, so I don't worry about them looking perfect. This way it just comes out a little further. I don't know how much I'll see with that peekaboo, but we'll kind of check it out. All right, I'm going to lay my other pieces out and start putting some stuff on. I have this piece here, and I really liked how it complemented the other pieces that are on there, but I'm going to want to get my picture on. So I'm just going to put a very small amount of adhesive on here right now. And put this on here. And I'm going low so that I can get that 4x6, you know, put my 4x6 on there so it's off of where it would be. And then I found this bling in my stash. I'm going to put one of these on here. And I just thought it would look really good right here. There we go. So I popped those in there. Just a great way to kind of use all different things that you might have. All right, for this here, we're going to do, let's see what I have. This journaling one over here, so I can add a few little things. I think I want to tuck the butterflies. We'll see if it's too tight for me to tuck or not. Oh, I did okay. I'm going to tuck the butterfly ones like this. There we go. I can add whatever I like to those. And this one here will help me bring in the plaid that is on that other tag. And I'm going to just put this one down so it doesn't pull out. I'm going nice and low. And then above it, I'll have this little journaling one that I can pull out. Like this. And I'll probably go back when it's all done and I have it where I want it and add little runs of liquid glue and then weight them down. I always use my stamp pads as my weight down, but I'll show you what I mean by that. this just gives me, I really like the adhesive that I use. It allows me to kind of work and get everything where I would like it. Okay, see, I'm glad. I'm thinking I'm going to switch. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to put the flower in first. And I'm going to just put one tag and then the flower. This is the one that has the adhesive on it. So this one may not have the pull out. I feel like the 2 tags are just too much. 2 tags, too much. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to this. There we go. These are very delicate. And you can see that background stamp is just really completely covered up. It didn't even matter that I had stamped some more. There we go. And then if I want, I can add another one over here on this side that can be a pull out. I don't love that I can see that one line right there. I'm kind of moving my adhesive with my finger. It's one of the reasons that I really like the adhesive that I use. It's a little more forgiving. And I knew I was gonna, this is kind of one of those layouts that you have to play with. Okay, that one's gonna do it for me. All right, putting these 2 over here. Let's go ahead and get these flowers down. I think I'm ready to go. I'm gonna add a little bit of bling to this, but I can already tell by looking at it, it's about where I wanna be. And the other thing is I have those gold brads. So I think I would like to add a little extra piece of some gold here or there. And I have the gold on this bling here as well. Okay, so I have some shimmer trim standing by. Shimmer trim is just thin glitter paper that is adhesive. It was, it's retired. It's not available anymore. Well, everything from Close to My Heart is. So you can just use a glitter paper or foil paper or, you know, whatever matches, whatever you're using on your layout. All right, this one's going to go a little bit lower. Here we go, just like that. I haven't found that little piece yet, so I kind of position this flower a little bit over to cover it up. I might move it just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'll have my butterfly. And I have 2 tags that I'm going to overlap. I really kind of want this page to look good all by itself and this page to look good all by itself, because one of the things that I think this could work for is if you wanted to do this as a cover and this is a, you know, back cover. All right, gold, it's just gold. I'm going to pull it back and cut it on a diagonal. I always leave a tail. There we go. And then just get a little run of this. And it's going to go over the back mat, but under the front one. It's going to slide. I actually prefer glitter paper for this. Sometimes I think the shimmer trim is a little thin to work with. And I can slide the the glitter paper in a little more easily. All right. I think my height is okay. I might have liked it up just a tiny bit more. Just want to see where I want these positioned. I want to kind of see, I think, a little bit more of that wreath since I covered up so much of it over here. I'm just gonna like live with that for a moment while I do my glue downs. So what I do for my glue downs is I just run a small thing of glue, just like that. And then if I want it to sit, I will take one of my stamp pads and lay it on top. Now I have this, this says do all things, but this says not lucky, blessed. And this is the one I was going back and forth with, but I liked the color contrast between the 2 of these. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the Home Sweet Home off. I was thinking I might do this, and I'm going to add this to the top. I don't really want the Home Sweet Home. I just want to shove it behind. That might even be too much. I just want to shove it where this gold is up here at the top. Yeah, let's cut off a little bit more. So it's just for decoration. We're going to tuck that up here. So I'm thinking, yeah, I like that a lot. All right, and then these two. I'm debating on if I want to cover up the bottom of my stems or not. I feel like I need the double tag here, so we're going to go ahead. I want to make sure that I have enough of this that I'm going to see it, not too much of my picture is covered up. Put this one on some foam tape. I'm currently trying to use up lots and lots of my foam tape. All right, here we go. And I'm only going to put this down with a small amount of adhesive because I'm going to have to pull it up to do my writing. There we go. Oh, nope. A little bit more of an angle. I'm just going to peel the two outer ones until I have this completely done later on. There we go. And for this now, this side here, I can just go ahead. I don't have to worry about a pull out. So I'm going to put some glue down there. I'm going to just kind of make sure I have a little bit of glue on all my edges so that when I do start pulling my tags in and out, that they won't, my adhesive won't come up. I will slit my page protectors when I put this page together, and I will have my tags sticking out of the page protector. I will put a slit and then I will slide it back in, but this will be sticking out. And I try to not just do one or two interactive pages in my album. If I'm gonna have some interactive elements, I try to kind of do it in more than one place on my album. Now this I'm going up a little higher because it's going to help this stay. It's going to help this tag stay where I want it to be and not come down. Okay, there we go. We'll just do that. Let's add a little bit of bling. Before I do that, I want to add a little bit more of this gold glitter, I think. I don't know that I need it. I think I've always stuck with this. What's good for one side of the page is good for the other, you know, when you're doing a 2-page layout, but I really think that's all I want. I think the pops of gold on that are going to be good enough. All right, in my stash, I have these flower sequins. I'm going to pull those out and use a couple of these up. And really, when it comes down to the bling that you use, you know, it's a personal preference. I think pearls would go really good because I have a pearl right there, you know, but whatever you like to use. I may not even end up liking these flowers. I'm looking at them now. And you know what? I'm not loving them. So I'm going to put those aside. And I have some bling right here. I know I don't want to add any more gold. So let me get some of this out. The gray on this is going to work, and the peach. So let me pull some of these out. I don't know if it's peach, but I'll say a peachy color. Okay. There we go. And I'll do a small one right there. That looks good. I'm using more of the peach just because I have it. I don't even know if this is peach. It's peachy. I don't know if it's peach. Here we go. And I think I'm just gonna now put two right up here. There we go. I think I'm gonna be happy with that. Just some sporadic few little bling, not too much, because I have so much with those eyelets and all the twine, and that's going to do it for this page. I really like how it turned out. I think it's great. Obviously works for anything. I love the Not Lucky Blessed on this that came with those simple story tags. Oh, I forgot to put my butterfly down. go ahead and put the butterfly down. I'm going to use foam tape just in the center of the butterfly. I mean, it gets flattened anyway in the book, but I don't know. I think I always feel better knowing that I kind of curled up my little butterfly wings. There we go. Okay, here you go. And something else that I might do with this one is add a little bit of shimmer brush to it. Like I always, when I'm done, I have a charcoal one standing by because this color is, it's black, but it's not black. So something that I always do, let me grab. I just like mask over certain little areas, and then I just sprinkle it if I want some of that afterwards, just like that. I'll just say, okay, I don't want it on my flower. And this is normally a full piece of paper. And then I'll just sprinkle a tiny bit at a time. I don't always do my whole backgrounds anymore. I'm finding that adding just little tidbits here and there, more controlled. I seem to be a little more comfortable with that as my process now. You can see this has like all kinds of great things going on with it, but you could do so much more with it. You could apply lots of ink techniques, you know, shimmer brush splatter and all of that. Or if you like a nice clean look, then, you know, this is definitely the way to go. Thank you so much for letting me share a little bit of crafty time with you. I will put the wreath link as well as the flowers and some of the other things that I used here in the description, a link for the design space file in the description of this video. And I hope you guys enjoy crafting with it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.